Hey everybody, Samantha Bessudo Drucker here, your image gal for divagalsdaily.com and Ask Sam for samanthabessudodrucker.com. And today I have the great pleasure of interviewing DJ Mad Max. Hello, Max. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Samantha. Thank you for having me on the show. It's a privilege and an honor.
Let me get all up in your mix for just a moment because I can't resist. You know I can't resist. You
Yeah,
that as the author of 90 Days Husband Number Two,
of
I
course.
can't resist. So let's play a little game.
hmm
I would like it if you would tell me, first off, what do you want you, DJ Mad Max, for your own life? Like, paint me the picture of your dream life. What does it look like?
Mm.
Just with you, without a person in it.
Okay.
Just your life in and of itself, your career, your acting, your music, your podcast, all about you. What does your life look like?
I would say comfortable. I would say a comfortable life, doing everything that I love doing, interviewing, music, acting, just staying busy and comfortable out in LA, I would say. That's something that I want for my life. No worries financially, because I know with student loans and things like that, you want to get away from that as quickly as possible. And I think that's the main thing to where you don't have worries like that, to where you can s- make a living enough to support you and your family.
Right, right. And
hmm
you do book gigs, you want to take that money and, put it away and use it to pay off debt and things like that. I get
Exactly.
that. Your student loans, that's really important.
hmm
So, okay, let's say you are building your dream life in LA. Are you currently single
I'm single,
since
happily
I spoke to
single.
you last?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still, still
Happily.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I know it's only been a couple weeks since we've spoken, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Uh,
So, okay. All right, my listeners, my viewers, are you hearing this? This very handsome, intelligent, driven talent, DJ Mad Max, is single. I don't even understand how that's possible, but let's go into this. So, if you could have your ideal person, okay, any person, what does that person, how does that person look to you? I mean, not only the physicality, but like values, hobbies, lifestyle, like um, personality traits that you think would be your ideal partner fit.
ooh, it's gonna be a long list.
Take your
I
time.
would say loyalty. That's a big loyalty, communication, no thirst trap pictures on Instagram, no flirting with 30 other guys on social media.
Hmm.
The miscommunication's a big issue for me. Trying to think of what else is some more red flags that I don't want.
Right. No fans only.
Yeah, none of that. No OnlyFans. None of
Right.
that. None of the promiscuous behavior that we see from today's standards, which is through the roof, through the charts. Trying to think what else. Uh, I would. I mean, the physicality, obviously, like a model. But as far as like, I'd have to say the values. They have to have liberal values. I can't live with someone that's dis
Conservative. Hmm.
values.
You froze for just a second, but you were saying values. Somebody who's liberal as opposed to conservative. I can see that.
I would say. Oops, I think it froze up again. Did it freeze
You
up on
did?
me again?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. My apologies. I don't know
That's
why
okay.
it's doing
That's
this
all right.
tonight. Yeah, so I would
That's
say understanding, liberal leaning 100%. Trying to think of what other values. Hmm.
model. When you say model, we're talking about what? A baby giraffe for plus size. There's lots of different kinds of
A
models
model.
today. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I would say a model straight out of like a Sports Illustrated or something like that.
Fit.
Yeah, fit. Yeah. No, I don't want to see because I don't want this to get conflicted at all. I want people to go out there and basically get themselves do whatever you want to do to make yourself happy as far as working out and things like that. But I do think this generation that we see with dating, there's a lot of sketchiness that goes down at gyms. It's basically like a hookup spot, and I just feel as though people that are going there taking pictures with the certain poses and squats for the cameras. I don't want to get too explicit. I feel like you're there for the wrong reasons. You're not there to get in shape and fit to do it for yourself. You're doing things for Instagram that it's not good.
It's not a sacred hour between
No.
you and your willpower in the gym sweating it out. And
Yeah.
sometimes that's not pretty,
Yeah.
but it feels good.
Yeah. I don't want to see squats going on. And yeah, it's just I think it's just communication, kind of like all the values I mentioned. There's just a big loyalty issue between this generation, between both genders. It's a lot of sneakiness, people hiding things, and the whole body count. I don't know if we talked about that last time, but that's like a trend now. Body count culture. It's just it's crazy. It's insane.
No, we didn't bring that up, but I'm glad you did. I spoke to another host of another podcast recently who was talking about the same thing. They're kind of men dismayed at the body count, and
Hmm.
that's understandable. I feel you on that one. Um,
Yeah.
so okay, so she looks like a model, she's hot, she's in shape, she's loyal.
Driven has direction, of course, has their own ambitions that I can support as well.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to make a family? No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Tell me, one kid, two kids, three kids, what we're talking about? Your own football team?
Probably maybe two or three, probably, I would say. Yeah. Gotta
Nice.
have someone carry on the name and the legacy.
Right on. Some of each, male and female, or all boys, or all girls.
Yeah, mixed up.
Mix.
Yeah, do a mix. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll that'll test you. Oh, I can't wait to interview when you're a dad.
Yeah. I don't know how soon that's gonna be, but depending on how society is right now, it's not looking good.
Do you want somebody who is also in the entertainment world, in the communication space, or in the music space, or the acting space, or production? Does that factor into your dream gal, or can she be, I don't know, an accountant or a cook or something completely different?
I'm open for either or. I just need to find someone that's kind of just fits the caliber, kind of is the match in a way, kind of with your 90 days to husband number two. You need someone to fit that works for you. And it doesn't really matter what the person does outside. Like you said, it could be an accountant, a lawyer, whatever it is, even in entertainment space. It's just someone that fits my life.
So I always say that chemistry should not be confused with compatibility. There's compatibility and there's chemistry. You
Hmm.
can find someone who is loyal and good looking and in shape and an appropriate age and wants to have kids. Okay, fine. Check, 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 check. She has her own career. Fine, perfect. Yay. That's compatibility, honey.
Yeah.
What for you equals spark? What for you feels like an electric chemistry? Like what really um turns you on in a woman? I mean, without talking about things that are risque, unless you want to.
Oh,
But
oh
like
God.
I'm making you blush. It's so fun. But
uh,
what in a person really excites you? What do you find makes great chemistry?
mm. I would say someone that understands me. I think that's really what it comes down to in the end, because a lot of people don't understand me and understand where I come from and just the lane that I'm in, kind of like what we talked about earlier with why people don't really take the people who have talent and they kind of don't understand us. That's the battle for it's a life battle when you look at it. So I would say understanding is the biggest turn on that isn't risky.
No, I think that's a good one. I think that's
Yeah.
a good one because I think understanding goes hand in hand with communication skills. And for those of us who talk for a living, um, being able to have really in-depth conversations with people, especially if it's your mate, is important.
Hmm.
Somebody who's able to verbalize how they're feeling,
Exactly.
and especially difficult conversations,
Hmm.
because some people want to swing from the chandelier and some people would like to, I don't know, behave like a nun, whatever.
Oh yeah, there's lots of
Some people
that.
are really uptight and some people are like a total party. And then there's like, in between a little mix of both, uh, and cups in moderation. Um, so, but I feel like that's important. And especially, for your generation where there are more options and there's more space to navigate than when I was coming up. And
Hmm.
you also have the advantage that you are part of, you grew up with the internet. You grew up with everything being connected by a button. And I think that's in some ways an advantage and in some ways a disadvantage to an entire generation.
It is. And I think that's where a lot of the sneakiness happens too, with the social media and the apps, the dating apps, and the whole Tinder and all this craziness that goes on. Because I'm someone that's more I'm people call me an old soul because I'm still more of a person. I want to meet someone in person and deal with them in person because it's crazy when you meet someone in person and then they play the phone games and it's like, oh, so you're part of that and you don't want to deal with that because it's too much of a headache.
So you still like to hunt in the wild.
Yeah, I'm more of in person. Yeah, exactly. I'm more for the internet. It's just I feel as though okay, I'm in a line with 50 other guys or what's going on here? You know, you're like in a line and it's just that's not I'm not putting myself in a group full of stiffs. I'm
Right,
not gonna.
right. I think the only real advantage of internet dating and dating apps is that you can say, this is who I am and this is whom I seek.
Hmm.
And sort of put it, write it in black and white out to the universe.
That's
And
right.
I feel like that is perhaps the one and only advantage that you can run through the supermarket, so to speak, without squeezing anything.
Hmm.
You can just see if the fruit looks fresh. Uh,
Yeah, and it may not. It may have a filter and Photoshop on it.
right. But at least you can specify looking for locally sourced organic,
Exactly.
whatever it is. No, no onions, thank you, or
No.
whatever it is. So I feel like that's the advantage is that you can state what you want, whom you seek, and put it out there into a mass audience
Hmm.
and you have a wider audience to maneuver through,
Yeah.
to navigate through. I feel like that's the advantage and the disadvantage. And the disadvantage, I think in your generation, well, I shouldn't say anything. It should come from you. Tell me, how do you feel your peers are at having genuine face-to-face conversations?
With like relationships or just with me as far.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of kids your generation or a little younger than you, as teenagers, that's when we sort of really develop our interpersonal skills on another level. And I feel like an entire generation sort of got robbed of very formative socialization years. And I don't know, do you feel that way? Do you feel that your generation has a hard time holding conversations, or do you feel like it just takes a little more work, or do you as a communications professional feel like, yeah, it's off air is more difficult to find a genuine conversation?
So yeah, as far as the communication, I would say for my peers, I feel as though it's in person. I think in person is the same of how it was, but over the phone, I have peers that I talk to where I'll text, I won't hear anything for days. And it's like, I'm not like that. I'm someone that responds right away,
Hmm.
and it takes them hours or days to respond. It's almost, I don't know why. Everyone's on their phone. I don't get that. But yeah, the communication definitely is strange. And that I think that's why it really has such an impact on dating right now, is because you can't read a person. It's more difficult to really understand what a person's really feeling in those words, because texts have no emotion in it.
You can't hear the intonation in their voice.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's another issue. So I think as far as my peers go, then I have very close ones that are very few, because it's I've had bad experiences with having too many friends. So the ones that I do have, I would say that they seem normal in person, but even then they're on their phone and you're trying to carry on a conversation with them, and we're all on our phones. We're all guilty of it. But
Of course.
I would say it's more normal, like as far as in person, than how it used to be. You could still have a conversation, but as far as through communicating on the phone, it's all over the place. You could send a text message, who knows when you'll hear again.
So we got to get you somebody to court in LA. Is this what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
Somebody who is in shape, who believes in working out and taking care of herself, who is driven, has her own sights set on her career, and wants to be a ride or die team player,
absolutely.
and somebody who'll be nice to you.
Exactly. Yeah. And vice versa. It's because I believe it's 50-50 in a relationship. That's how it should be, 50-50. I don't know what's going on out here now, but it's
Uh, you've since the moment I met you, you strike me as an absolute sweetheart. So we should just shout out to the ladies out there. If you are in the LA area and you are all that in a bag of chips, we want to hear
exactly.
about it. You are nice, you are loyal, low body count, please. You like to go to the gym, you're a nice person with your own career and your own goals.
Exactly. Got it. That's there's the specifications right there.
All right, ladies, let's hear it from you. I know you're out there, so hit me back and maybe we can make a love connection. No promises, but I'll try. And so I can't resist, I'm always trying to set people up. I've gotten a lot of people married, like a
Oh,
lot,
I didn't know that.
like a lot.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
Like,
didn't know that.
oh yeah. And
Yeah.
mostly men.
Wow.
Because at one time my clients were 70% men for a minute. And
Wow.
so it was an opportunity to sort of really get inside the minds of men and hear their feelings and hear what was going on with them and the things that were holding them back and their frustrations and their fears and their um, anxieties. Women are not the only ones with hangups. Like men have them too, insecurities, whatever. We all have them. We're all human, but it was interesting to help men date more effectively and
Mhm.
then to help women date more effectively and whatever. I always think it should be an all-out campaign, like your social calendar, like everything you do, you know, go take an acting class, you'll meet people. Go.
Oh no, I tried that. No. That's definitely not happening. Nope, because that person, I'm not gonna get into that. That was someone. Yeah, that's not happening. Nope. We'll get
Join
that elsewhere.
all the gyms in a 1 mile radius.
Yeah. Oh, no gyms either. I'm not going to the gym either.
No gym. But
Too many red flags.
how about a ballroom dancing class?
I'm not into ballroom dancing.
No, no hot salsa for you?
No, I'm not a ballroom dancer. I think that's why it's so difficult, because I can't really find a place either where I belong. I think it's tough for me to find a place to where I would go and meet. I'm not a bar person. I don't
Right.
drink. So I think we mentioned that last time. I think you had your own phrase, or if you want go to the bar if you want the alcoholics,
That's right.
it's
That's right. That's right.
yeah, I'm not going there.
the health nuts are at the gym, the alcoholics are at the bar.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always think like a Latin class, a salsa class, a rumba class, bachata, whatever, is great. Argentine tango, because you get to dance with a lot of women in one night.
You told me about that.
And there's always a shortage of men.
Hmm.
Always. In every dance class, there is a shortage of men.
Yeah.
One of my favorite tips. Um, but find something that you want to do. Take a class, I don't know, a language or some tech thing that will elevate your radio station, to the next level. I feel like classes are a wonderful way to meet people with
Hmm.
common interests.
Yeah.